What do you say?
Ash, game balance in War Thunder.
Looks like shit.
That's why I love children, no guile. It does look like shit.
Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to the Ariete. I did the hand thing, so my accent was perfect. In any event, hush hush now, hush hush, I know. The Ariete is one of those tanks. Have you ever tried to play a game with someone, maybe when you were younger, and people didn't understand how to behave in society? You ever play a game with that guy? You know what? That guy is still out there. And that guy asked for the Ariete. So, what do I mean by that? Have you ever been playing a game with that guy who doesn't want to have anything unless it gives him an unfair advantage? Don't be that guy. But you know what? War Thunder is ruled by that guys right now. Puma, still using the view from the gunner's sight, adding a little bit of balance, a little bit more realism, to, well, a go-kart with made-up stats. That's high tier, friends. Every one of these tanks is... you could call it a best guess, but let's be honest. Gaijin's being that guy. They don't add anything to the game. Well, let me put it this way. They add just enough other stuff to the game that they can get away with. They think they can get away with adding vehicles that are just better than the things they face at top tier. Get excited, grind your way to them, pay your way to them, and enjoy being that guy. Now, Puma is by no means of suspect character in this regard. This is Gaijin's deal, and I shouldn't have talked about it at all. We all know that top tier is not balanced. That's not why you play top tier. In fact, I put to you that Gaijin is intentionally creating an unbalanced top tier because then there's always some new hotness that you just have to play if you're going to be competitive. And guess what? You can pay to get there faster. Anyway, let's move on from the dark subject of Gaijin's business model, which I think many of us have experienced to be perhaps less than consumer friendly, and move on to the Ariete itself. It's a gorgeous tank. It has among the best ammunition choices in the game right now, which is why its lawn dart, better than your mama's lawn dart, is, well, it's sort of a that guy kind of thing. But let's move on from that entire conversation. It can punch through anything, even an angled front plate of a top tier Soviet tank, as you see. And with the beautiful thermal vision unlocked for this vehicle, we get to take a look at a neat new addition to War Thunder. I do like that. I don't like the way they've implemented the battery system for when your engine is turned off or taken out, mainly because I don't play top tier, so I'm not interested in the whole thermal vision aspect of the game. And having less than a minute to have a powered turret traverse and other systems on the vehicle if your engine gets shot at any tier is not something I was hoping would be added to the game. But that's the way the mechanic works now. I'm sure it will see some adjusting, so I'm not really worried about it. It is a peeve, but it's not one that I need to name and claim, license and register and make my pet peeve. I have other pet peeves with this game. If my peeves were pets and my pets were cats, I would be a cat lady, and you know what? I still play this game because there's nothing like it. So I complain, but I ain't going anywhere, because I just find my happy place and I camp there. I'll be that guy in low tier. Anyway, Puma picking up a small handful, a toddler's handful, if you will. I've noticed if you tell a toddler to take one, they don't understand what one means. But if you ask them to give you one, then they know exactly how many one is. Greed, sticky fingers, a subject that I didn't know I'd be talking about today, but just hush hush now. Enjoy the thermal vision. It does look really cool. It's not something I look forward to using all the time. Again, top tier, not my thing, but it really belongs here. These kinds of advanced optics and combat zone visualization systems, if I can use that phrase, are entirely at home in the setting of the modern vehicles of War Thunder. So, we're even closer to realizing the dream of playing unbalanced make-believe vehicles in a modern sense. But you know what? Honestly, if you get into playing top tier, you can still have fun. And I have had fun in some high tier. Well, it's top tier. Yeah, 10.0 is the top tier still, so those were top tier matches. Oh, Gaijin, BR compression is not your friend. Anyway, I'm complaining a lot, aren't I? I've really enjoyed watching Puma play the Ariete here, especially since something I haven't mentioned as I've been on my own little crusade is that these spots that he's going to are places I don't normally go on the Berlin map. This is Berlin, right? And I find them quite interesting, piquant, tasty, if you will. An excellent opportunity for flanking maneuvers. This is what you would call a hard flank. He's flanking them hard, and it's entirely appropriate to do so in top tier where the vehicles are so mobile, so powerful, and so unforgiving. He's found what's going to be a great camping spot, and he's done some moving around. He is knocking down a few trees, which is something I try to avoid doing when I'm trying to sneaky into the cheeky breeky, but this is going to work out for him. So his first opportunity here is to clear the enemy spawn. He has worked his way around the map, fighting his way around the map. He has not been avoiding action. So he gets a shot on the driver's compartment going through the highly angled main hull plate of the Abrams. I'm sure that armor's modeled accurately. Yes, can you taste it? Can you taste it? Anyway, one of my friends, Sam, that I play Pathfinder with, in fact, last night was Sunday night. I had a great time playing a few hours of Pathfinder with Sam and my brother, and you will hear more about that on the channel shortly once I get the Pathfinder log together. A lot to talk about there, as Puma takes a beautiful rear shot on that Soviet MBT, shredding everything inside. And Sam told me a story about how when one of his sons was small and gassy, he was changing the lad, and the baby sneezed and farted at the same time. But this was not any ordinary expulsion of hot gases like you see out of the Wall-E there. This came with projectile substance of a biohazardous nature. Can you taste it? Sam had his mouth open and everything. Yeah, now that's what I call a hole-in-one. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this casual dominance brought to you by PumaTato in the Ariete. Thanks for sending in the replay and this casual conversation about some shit. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.